The educational system of the United States is not simply students around the country meeting a national curriculum and standard. It also consists of teachers developing the social and emotional development of children, while also providing a meaningful education that will prove beneficial for the future generations and the future of the United States. We already know that students in the U.S. must meet a standard to continue in their academic careers, but should teachers have to meet a standard as well? And who would determine what the standard would be? That is a question that the educational system around the country has been struggling with over the past decade. After all, if a student fails to receive a decent education, the fault could lie with the teacher. Lately, the discussion regarding this issue has been whether teachers should be evaluated by students' standardized test scores or by the students and parents themselves. In this video, we will discuss the pros and cons of each type of teacher evaluation and how they affect the education system as a whole. Although there is currently not a national standard that teachers in the U.S. must achieve, many believe that students' standardized test scores are a decent indicator of how well the teachers are performing their duties. If this were the standard that teachers had to fulfill in order to keep their jobs, the incentive would most likely force teachers to teach their students in better and more effective ways. Many states hold this idea to be true and make standardized test scores a significant part of their teacher evaluation process. For example, in New York, Governor Andrew Cuomo made a proposal to increase the weight of test scores to 50% of a teacher's evaluation. However, if teachers were primarily evaluated based on their students' test scores, this would also give them less freedom to focus on specific subjects and more incentive to only focus on practicing for future standardized tests. In rare cases, such as ones seen in the state of Georgia recently, irresponsible teachers may desperately help their students cheat on standardized tests to save their jobs. There are also many other variables that can determine a student's standardized test scores besides a teacher's effectiveness. Many schools in lower socioeconomic areas don't have the same resources that other schools have, and these children may have to deal with extra problems compared to students with higher socioeconomic statuses. Although this type of teacher evaluation seems harsh and demanding, there is evidence in some states that evaluating teachers based on test scores helps schools in the long run.
Another way that teachers' performance can be evaluated is by the students. Like any other method, this method has its upsides and its downsides. To begin, the positive effects of an evaluation system where the teachers are evaluated by the students begins with the students themselves. If they find that a teacher is not doing all that they can to help the students, update grades, or give their students an obtainable path to success, they can let their voices be heard so that can change. This could potentially lead to teachers going out of their way to assist students in any way possible, which creates a great learning environment for the students. But, on the other side, it has a few potential downsides that could easily be downfalls. First and foremost, while some students would take it seriously, most would tend to treat it as a popularity vote, and if the teacher and student did not get along, the results would be skewed. There would also be question of if the students are rating teachers based upon the teacher's skill, or just depending on which students received what grades in what class. Would the personable, easy grading teachers get all the good reviews even if they did not teach at all? And would the teachers with classes filled with bad behaved students look bad in their evaluations? It is definitely hard to believe otherwise. In the end, if there were such a thing as perfection when it came to this subject, we would have found it a long time ago. As you have heard, both methods to evaluating teacher performance have their upsides, but also their inherent downsides. Luckily, we do not have to be constricted to just one or the other. The solution in order to obtain the best results for the student and the teachers alike is to draw upon both methods and come up with a method that combines the positive aspects of both, while the negative aspects are canceled out by the other method. If our school system can figure out how to do this, then we can learn to effectively evaluate teachers' teaching styles and overall performance.